Hello, everyone. My name is Teacher Rebecca from Online Teaching, and today is brought to you by Outschool. I kind of bounce around, tell you different companies I'm working for and what I'm doing with them. I don't know. But we're live, so anything goes, right? Welcome. It is now almost January 2021. Okay, so today I'm going to dive you right in. We're going to schedule my classes together. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. I was busy working, trying to schedule my classes for my first few weeks of January, and I thought, let's go and take a ride together. Shall we? Let's do this. So here's how I schedule my classes, okay? So let's go to your class dashboard, okay? Here are all my classes, and I got a whole bunch of classes, and I'm trying to figure out when to fit each one in. So at the top here, I've made multiple tabs. My first tab, I've opened up my schedule. It's under the schedule tab, and this is what I'm doing like in the agenda. This is what normally comes up, your agenda, okay? Now, I like the agenda. It's still loading. I know. Sorry, guys. But I like seeing the month. I like seeing it right here in front of me at a calendar view. Because here, yeah, it says the day of the week and how many learners, which I like that part. But I like to look at the month when I'm making my schedules. So here's my month of December. Most of this is done already. Today is the 27th, right here on Sunday. As you can see, I do not schedule any classes on Sundays. I like to take that day off. And I took off Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But otherwise, I've got classes all over the place, okay? Looking forward in January, I've got a few scheduled out here. My Beat the Teacher and my Kitchen Table Science Experiments are my ongoing classes. So they are going to be scheduled out kind of as far as I want to. And I'm going to go in and schedule some more for these so they can finish out the semester. So those ongoing classes are done, okay? In fact, let's go to this one, the Monday, 10 a.m., and we're going to add some more times to it. So I'm going to go to this one, and it takes me directly to the page where it's got the learners. And I'm going to go to the Edit button right here, Edit, and I'm going to add some more times to it. What's cool is that since it's weekly, it's going to assume my next meeting time will be on Monday at 10 a.m. So I can just click Add Meeting, Monday, February 15th, 10 a.m., save meeting. So once I get started on the ongoing classes, it automatically assumes I want the same time of day, the same day of the week. So I'm going to go kind of as far as I feel like going. If I ever want to cross one off, I click the X. So like up here, I click the X for, some of them I click the X for Thanksgiving. One of them I oopsies and then I reopened it. That's fine. You have to just make a new spot. So I'm going to go it a couple more times. Okay, so that part is done. Now here are my classes. Because I'm constantly going back and forth between the schedule and the classes, I actually open them in new tabs. So I went through and I opened all of these up into new tabs, all the way down to here. I'm working on like lava lamp and on. So I've got these in different tabs over here. Okay, so don't make me, I'm going to go back to my schedule. There's a lot of clicking back in Outschool. That's why it's always good to do tabs. Yes. Hello, Jerry. Welcome. And yes, Kelly, I like to do it by month too. Yes. And hi, Casey. Thanks for joining. I know, super busy. Yeah, hold on. My alarm just went off. I normally have alarms that go off to tell me when to put my baby down for a nap so I can go to class. And so it's just set 7 days a week at certain times. I'm ignoring it today. She's fine. Jerry, good point. She goes, I like the month as well, but want to print it at times to brainstorm ideas. But then the titles are cut off. Mine start with similar class names. Yes, I do the same thing too. So what I've started to do with my schedule is I used to have Rainbow Science this, Rainbow Science that, Rainbow Science this, and I could not tell which class I was teaching when. So now I start all of my classes with a new name. I try to be creative so that every class starts with a new word, a new thing, and I can put Rainbow Science in there later on, but I like to see what it is. So that is definitely a good point. So if you look really closely, you can see I have some morning classes like 10, 10:45, 9:30. That's morning nap. I have other classes about 3:30 or so. That's afternoon nap. Okay, I'm only teaching during my 1-year-old's nap times. My 4-year-old can have some TV time a couple times a day, but I'm only going to teach during nap times because my husband works outside the home and he's not always home to watch the girls. So I'm strategic. So now we're going to do some fitting in. This is the hard part, okay? So you start with ongoing. That's done. That's in there. Now I'm going to fill in some spaces here and there with my different classes. I like to have at least 3 options per class. So let's go over here to Lava Lamp. I don't have anything scheduled for Lava Lamp yet. I have all these past ones, and sometimes it works well and sometimes it doesn't. I've had some really good runs of this class. I've had some really, some canceled runs. So I'm just going to try it again. So back to the schedule. Where can I fit in Lava Lamp? Well, let's see. I could do Monday morning at 10:45. I give myself like a 15-minute break between classes to set up for the next one real quick. So let's do that. Let's do Monday the 4th at 10:45. Go back to Lava Lamp. I don't like having these not yet scheduled, so I use those. They can build up. So this one, it was a canceled one. They canceled. Somebody's going to reuse that spot. Nobody's in that spot anyway. So what do we say? January 4th at 10:45 a.m. Make sure you have the right a.m. or p.m. You don't want any 3 a.m. classes because I'm usually teaching VIP kid during that time. Save meeting. Uh-oh. Did I look at that wrong? Oh, I'm at 10:15. See, I'm glad it does that. It says that I have another class that starts at 11. That goes 11:15. My bad. Let's X that one off. Let's try that again. See? You're learning right here with me. You said 10:15. That's right, 10:15. Save meeting. Does it say? Does it have a? Oh, I'm not looking at it right. Hold on. The half-hour classes from 10 to 10:30. So I want 10:45 to. Oh, my morning's busy that day. I can't sneak one in. I could do it at 10:30, but then there's no gap, so maybe not. Okay, let's move on. Let's do the 5th. And then I'm going to get back to the comments in a second because I want to hear what you guys are saying. But I want to get this finished. So we'll do the 5th. And we'll do this one at, I like to do some breaks in here too. Let's do this one we'll do it at 11. It'll be my last class of the morning. I have to be strategic. She doesn't always sleep the full time. So there we go. That should do it. And I go back to additional sections here and go back here, and I can see that it's in here. Okay, let's go back to the comments for a second. Kelly, she goes, I sync it to my Apple Calendar. So convenient because if your schedule changes, it automatically changes on the phone too. And Jerry says, yes, mine is synced to Google, but truthfully, I'm not accustomed to checking it often. So here's me with my Google. I once upon a time synced it to my Google Calendar and it looks on my phone, but it doesn't sync very often. It's not automatic sync. And so and then somehow I lost it. Like it no longer syncs anymore. Maybe because my phone's on the fritz, but my phone doesn't show that anymore. And so I'm constantly going back and forth with my phone and my Outschool calendar to make sure I don't double book my life. I really wish that my phone would cooperate and I could have it right there. And it worked okay for a while, but I don't know. I think it's my phone that's causing me issues. And so it doesn't quite sync right away. Get a delay. But that is a great idea to double check so you can look at your phone and schedule at the same time rather than multiple tabs. That is smart. Okay, so let's go back and schedule some more Lava Lamp classes. I want to have at least 3 of them. I also want to have a variety of some morning and some afternoon for each class because sometimes a morning class does not work for a family, but an afternoon class will and vice versa. So let's see where I can fit it in here. I just did a morning class. Oh, I added here, but I don't see it. I have to refresh this page, and then it comes through. So make sure you refresh every so often so you can see it come through here at 11. So let's go do an afternoon one. Let's do one on the 7th at 4. I think I could go back to back. Maybe I'll do 4:15. That's getting kind of late for nap. Some people like to start at the 15-minute or the 30-minute or the hour. I might play with like an 05 or a 10. I did that once. I did with an 05. So I had a 5-minute break gap, And people signed up because they go, oh no, I missed the 10 o'clock class out there, but there's a 10:05 class. Let's jump into that one. So maybe there is some strategy of starting at an odd time. I've gone back and forth on that. So maybe I'll try an odd time. Maybe I'll try like a 4:05 class on the 7th. Give myself a 5-minute break. I've learned the hard way. You got to give yourself at least a little bit of break in case you go over saying your goodbyes. I did that once and I didn't schedule any time in between, and I thought I did, and I was late to my next class and I felt so bad. Thankfully, I had good parents, but I just felt so bad. Okay, so we said the 7th at 4:05. Okay, so the 7th at 4:05. We're going to try this. We're going to try it. And PM, because morning I'm teaching VIP Kid or Bling. So save meeting. Always go to public. That way everybody can see it. If it's private, only the people in that party, the people with that link can attend, which is great for birthday parties or class groups or stuff like that. But if you want people to enroll, you got to go public. Can I watch you? Hang on a minute. Okay, so that's 2 of them. One's the morning, one's afternoon. That's probably fine for now. This was not a very popular one now. It used to be really popular. So I think we'll stick with that. So I'm going to click out of that one, go to my next class. Now we're going to do rainbow milk. I've only got 4 classes left, guys. This is not going to take me forever. Kelly, good idea. Didn't think of that. Oh, the 5-minute, the odd time. I know. Yay for Facebook groups, right? Because it makes me think of things that I never thought of thinking before. Sorry, my daughter's talking to me. Okay, I'll be back there in a second. I know. Casey, 5-minute break. Wow, you're brave. I'm nervous setting up for one ongoing class right now. Casey, you can do it. Don't overthink it. Start off simple. My ongoing classes meet once per week, and they're just fun classes. I do math games once a week. I do different math games every week. And I'm also starting, since I have a lot of science classes, I've meshed those into an ongoing class. So I have about 10 one-time science classes I do. So let's do a 20-week science class ongoing using 10 of my made lessons and then 10 new ones in there. So it is still kind of a new class. I can have people who've taken my one-timers take this class and they can experience other new things, which is kind of fun. That they can see, new stuff. So it's not a complete copy and paste, but it's like funneling. So you're using your same classes to create new classes, which is cool. Kelly, I do at least 15 minutes for Outschool. It's different than VIP Kid. I agree. A lot of my classes do have some setup that I need that extra time for it. My tricky part is I have a baby who could wake up at any minute. So I kind of have to maximize my time in between. So I'm going to try doing a 5-minute gap. I know it comes odd times, and I have to remember when I said I was going to be there so I could be there on time. But I hate having her wake up in the middle of a class and have to let her scream for 10 minutes because no one can get her. I know. She's safe in her crib. She's fine. She's got some toys hanging from baskets. But I digress. Where were we? Magic milk. This was a fun one. I like the magic rainbow milk. And so we need to find some times for this. Let's find a morning and an afternoon. Let's see here. I'm going to refresh so it shows anything that I've scheduled in there. Let's do some on the weekends. I personally take Sundays off, but I do work Saturdays, so that's good. I know I have an appointment the morning of the 8th, according to my phone calendar, so I'm not going to do anything for the morning, but I might try it for 3:15 on the 8th, the afternoon. Let's try that. So let's go to the rainbow milk. Let's go here, not yet scheduled. Let's go to add meeting time. Let's go to the 8th, and we want 3:15 p.m. Save meeting time. And we'll go to additional instructions here. You can also go up here to this rainbow magic milk at the top. It's kind of hard to get out of this a little bit. But there's 6 spaces available. And this has been doing pretty well for me off and on. I've got some big classes, got some small classes. A lot of my classes kind of go in phases. And I have yet to figure out a rhyme or reason whether different mornings or different times in the afternoon works best. They just have to work in my life schedule. It is what it is. You work around your life, and if people can fit into that, they can. Great. But I try to offer different days of the week because I know like my daughter has preschool 3 days a week and can't take classes during that time, but she can take classes during other times. Okay, let's go back to the comments for a second. Casey, hi. I didn't know even if it's private, it will show for other parents to see, just not book. I have a parent asking me to book the class. I told her in a few weeks I'll open it up after I practice. LOL. Kelly, I thought it didn't show at all. Casey, as soon as I posted, a parent requested me to open it, so maybe in our list of classes. Okay, Casey, I have some background knowledge for that. I think that was me. So here is the trick, okay? When you list a brand new class, and I just listed one this morning, okay? Make sure you offer at least 2 times. Because here's what happens, and I've subscribed to myself, so I can see as a parent what happens to my classes. I ask them to list a class. Okay, some time passes and they approve the class. I get an email saying your class is now listed. Yay! I immediately go in and I open up 2 sections, like 1 or 2 sections, because 24 hours later, the parents will get the email saying this class is now listed. Come look at it. Come take this class. If you have times offered, the parent goes, yes, 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 and they'll book a class. If you don't have times offered, they'll go, hey, is this an active class or not active class? Is this available? When is it available? Let's check for availability. And then they'll request to open the class because they want to take it. And I think I did request you to open that class for my daughter. I wanted to give it a try. So that could have been for me. So if you want bookings, you have to add some classes in there, because what you want is that immediate momentum. You want your followers to see that email to go, yes, I want to take that class. And then they'll take the class. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, for example, I'm going to see if I can sneak this in here. So you can I can show you. Oh, hold on. My pages. I've got too many tabs open. Oh, well. Okay, I'm going to show you. Nah, I won't. But I'm just going to tell you. I'll tell you that I just listened to the class today, but I want to get that momentum going. Okay, I think that's really important to see them book right away, because you have followers. Everybody has followers, and you want your followers to keep finding you. And if they can't book your classes, they might not come back. People live on immediacy. And if they go, oh, well, it says there's an open class, but I don't see a time for it. Okay, I'll go back to it later. And they never do, because I do that. I never do. I never think to myself, what was that class that came in my email 2 weeks ago? Let's go find it again in the thousands of classes. No, I don't. I don't. So I want to make sure that I give some times, and then I keep the times going. I try not to let a class die if I want to keep it going. Some of them I do let die if they're seasonal ones, like I did one on Thanksgiving. That class is kind of like, it's there, but it's not there. I don't have any times listed for it. It's kind of after the season. But if I want to keep the momentum going, I need to schedule at least 2 class times per class. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay. When I'm in StreamYard, I didn't want to show the month view. Sorry, guys. If you make the window closed at all, it won't show the month view, but you got to have the idea. Okay, so I've got one for Magic Milk. I'm almost done. My kids need me, so I'm just going to finish up a few things. Let's do it on a Saturday. Let's do it morning. Let's do the 9th at 10. 9th at 10. So go back here to add section and add meeting time and do 9th at 10 a.m. That's good. I'll put it down for nap beforehand. I have to click public because I want people to see it. So I have that listed here. So now I've got 2 times here, one afternoon, one evening. That's probably good for now. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to close that off. So I've got 3 more that I can do. This one, oh, see, this one's full. I only had 1 section available. Oh my goodness, why did I do that? And then these are drafts. Oh, I gotta get this in there. That's one of my hottest classes. Oh no, guys, thanks for being on top of my ball with this. Okay, so we're gonna go refresh because I want them to show up. I want to see what's the current times available. Lots of refreshing, I know. So let's go kind of back to back. Let's do Saturday the 9th. at 10:45. I think I could probably do a 10:45 on that one. Give myself 15 minutes because there is some cleanup and some carryover for that one. So 9th at 10:45. Admin time, the 9th. I've noticed, their personal opinion, if you offer just a few choices, those choices sometimes fill up. If you offer 20 choices, you might have 20 kids in there, one each time. If you offer 3 choices and 20 kids in there, you have a more compact, and then you get more bang for your buck. So that's why I try to only offer like 3 different times for each class. But it means I'm constantly scheduling. So there's that part too. Okay, so back to the comments for a second. Kelly, I need to hear this. There's a reason I'm here. Oh, Kelly, I'm so glad I can be helpful for you. What did I say? About having 2 to 3 times open when the class is new. Just had a class approved today. Yes, that's a secret. Because I'm a parent. Okay, as a parent, I'm seeing these things. So if you know somebody who's a parent, ask them, because I'm a follower of my classes. I'm also a follower of my daughter's teachers and their classes. And so when they see them in a new class, sometimes I'll look at them and go, oh, this sounds like a good class. I'll click on the class link and it'll give me the times right away from the class page. And then I can decide if I want to take it or not. So yeah, that's very helpful. Make sure you have at least a couple of times in there right away. You have like a 24-hour window, but as soon as the parents get it, you want them to grab it. Good. Oh, I'm so glad I can be so helpful today. Cool beans. Okay, so back to Fizzly Rainbow. I gotta get another section in there. Okay, we've got December 30th and January 9th. Let's put one in there between that time. Let's see if I can sneak one in here this week. Okay, I got the 28th. I can probably do something Tuesday morning, the 29th. I know that's kind of last minute. It's 2 days from now, but, I could try it. Probably won't book because it's so last minute. But I'll put one in there, and then I'll put another one in there later on, too. So the 29th, let's do morning. Let's do normally nap times between like 10 and 11:30 is when I can usually sneak in classes. So let's try 10. So 10 o'clock on the 29th. A lot of the one-time classes are guess and check. It's hard to know exactly when to put them in. And back in the summertime, I could open it for the day after and it could book. But now I have to give it at least a couple of days time, maybe in a week time. And then sometimes it books, sometimes it doesn't. So it's really hard to tell. But I do know that once the momentum comes, once you have a few learners in there, it'll give you that tag. This is what you want. You want to like view class listing. You want them to see this. This class is in high demand. All classes have sold out. Well, that's when I just had one class. I just added another class in there. So these 2 now have spots in there, but you want them to say 1 learner remaining or 2 learners enrolled. You want them to have those tags because it shows that this is a really good class. And they'll try to grab those last couple spots. So when you're here, if you want to manage this class, go back where we were, you can go back to say manage this class, and then you're back to the summary page. If you want to edit anything in your description, you go up here to the edit page, and that's where you like type out your class and you can write the description. And I put a new video in here the other day because I had some supplies left over. So I just made something because I heard that you should have a video. So I'm like, okay, for this week, every time I teach a class, if I have time and my baby's still asleep, I will then record a quick 30-second video showcasing what we're going to do with that class. So I'll give it a try. That's my challenge this week, is every time I finish a class, I will record a quick video. It's going to be cheesy. It's going to be quick. It will have no music, no fun stuff to it. It'll just be, here you go. It won't have many cam. It's just me and the camera recording. This is what we're doing. And I don't know, maybe it'll book. Casey, you have to keep us posted if this one books. It is so soon. I know, 2 days from now. So I will let you know if it books. I also put out a new class called Fizzling Fireworks. It's kind of like my other classes, like Fizzling Snowflake, but I did it for the New Year's Eve celebration. So I have Fizzling Fireworks to be New Year's Day Eve, New Year's Day. and my upside down fireworks in a jar that I did a lot during 4th of July. I'm bringing that back in for New Year's Eve. So I'm trying to figure out how can I thematize? How can I theme my classes to fit a holiday? Because that seems to work really well if I can theme it for a holiday. And we'll see what happens. So let's see here. Almost done. This takes forever. Okay, so I got 3 in here. 2 of them are bookable and 1 is full. Okay, done. So that one's done for now. I can come back to that later. Okay, so let's do some Skittles classes, and then we'll do one more class. We'll do upside down fireworks in a jar, and then we're done. Okay, so Skittles. This is a fun class. I have one at 7 a.m. because I accidentally left my availability open for 7 a.m. and a parent took it. Hey, but it's got 2 enrolled, so I'm happy. This kind of takes the place of the VIP kid classes. This is for where my time zone is. I have to end at 7. My 7 a.m. is their 10 p.m. So even if I'm lucky to get a trial, I have to end at 7. But sometimes my baby wakes up at 7:10. Sometimes it's 7:45. It just depends. So it's really risky doing a 7 a.m. time slot when when my husband goes and does his door dashing. So fingers crossed that one, she sleeps for that one, and I've taken off my 7 a.m. availability because I don't want to risk it anymore. It's just not worth it with her waking up so early. Okay, so let's put another one in here. That's a really early morning. Let's do a mid-morning, and let's do an afternoon. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's go back to December. Let's see if we can do anything else in December. Oh, even though I went forward and back, it did not show up down here the 29th that I added in. You have to hit refresh. I know. So some websites, when you go forward and back, it automatically refreshes. Not this one. You have to actually refresh it. Okay, let's see here. I have room on the 1st for the morning. I've got 1 spot open for the morning. I can do a 10:15. That gives me to 10:45, 15-minute break. Okay, I can try that. So January 1st, it's not thematic. Okay, this is upside down fireworks. This is a firework class. Let me do my other firework class here. Well, no, I did. My Fizzly Rainbow fireworks is 10:15 here, 3:15 here, and 11 a.m. here. So I'm doing that 3 times in a row. So I think we're fine there. A lot of decisions. Let's go the 1st at 10:15 for Skittles. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it. See, I've rescheduled this one so many times, but it doesn't matter. If there's nobody in there, if there's no learners in there, you can cancel it. Because otherwise, it's going to show as being down here in the cancels part, and I don't like seeing all that yellow. It's just a personal opinion. I don't think it matters if you have yellow down here or not. This is just for you. Just for you as a teacher to see if there's any rhyme or reason with the times that canceled and times that book. But I just don't like seeing all this cancels. So if a class does not book and we're 30 minutes out and I'm putting my daughter down for a nap, I might just cancel it anyway if I'm not wanting to be around. If I'm willing to take one learner as a last minute learner, sure, I'll keep it open. But if I'm okay with it just not booking, I'll just click that X and I'll cancel it. So the X looks like this where, I did it before when I made a mistake and I just X'd it off of it. That's just closing it out. Kind of like saying close on the VIP schedule. Okay, so January 1st at 10:15. Got it. January 1st at 10:15 a.m. Same meeting time. Good. It's New Year's Day. I know that. I'm okay with that. Sometimes I don't want to do it on a holiday or do a theme for a holiday. I like how it tags it saying it's a holiday to go, oh yeah, maybe I don't want to work Christmas Day unless it is a very Christmas themed class. My daughter took one on how the Grinch stole Christmas on Christmas Day, and it was perfect. Okay, let's see if we can get another one in here. Let's see. Let's do an afternoon one. Let's do a 3-ish one. That's full. That's full. I could probably do one on the 2nd, but that's too close to the other one. I like to space them out in different weeks, different days of the week. Just kind of mix some variety. I could do Monday at 4. I just don't know if she will sleep past that. Let's see. Maybe I'll do 2:45 on Monday. I could try that. Oh, no, that's the 20th. That's tomorrow. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay, go to the 4th. Ay. Let's do the 4th at 3. Okay, the 4th at 3. My brain. So glad that they're not, kids are not bugging me right now because I can't get anything done. They're playing nicely to each other. That's good. Let's do 4 at 3 p.m. Save meeting time. Okay. Public. Additional sections here. Got it. So now I've got 3 times for Skittles class. 1 early morning, 1 mid-morning, 1 afternoon. Now, sometimes if I want to be adventurous, I can do one in the evening and hit some international students from China, Korea, Australia. I could try that, but evenings are hard at my house, so I'd rather just not. My husband's like, no, don't. But sometimes they can work, and then I don't have to do VIP kids some evenings. It just depends. Kelly, were you talking to me, Casey? If so, I will. No, I think Casey was asking me if I could book that class from 2 days from now. But hey, let's all keep each other posted about everything. I want to hear what everybody's doing, everybody's lives. Let's do it. Okay, so upside down fireworks in a jar. I added this New Year celebration just like a week ago because I thought to myself, let's make it themed. I did it for 4th of July, and then I just let it keep booking here and there with like 1 or 2 people trying to keep it going. But let's really push it for the New Year celebration. So I have December 31st and January 1st. And I've got 3 in that one already for New Year's Eve. Not for New Year's Day yet, but let's try for maybe the day after New Year's Day, if there's room. Let's see. The 2nd. There's room. I could do like a 3:45. Let's try this. Do 2nd 3:45. Now, once upon a time, I only did 1 class per nap and then just worked on other things until she woke up. But now I'm really trying to squeeze it in here, and I'm going to try to do 2 classes per nap. So far, fingers crossed, it has been working, but it doesn't always work. So he said 3:15. And I know at some point she's going to leave the 2 naps and go down to 1 nap, and it's going to be really hard to schedule. So that's why I wanted 3:45. 3:45. Sorry, guys. I can't talk and schedule at the same time. It's like walking and chewing gum at the same time. It's just hard, Although walking and chewing gum's not that hard, but, it's the same. Okay. Let's try that again. Public. Just sections here. I can see there's 3 here. We're good. Ta-da! All my tabs are gone. Here's my list of classes. We did it! Guys, we did it! We made it to the end. So sometimes I'll print out my calendar and I'll actually handwrite here, there, go through. Sometimes I'll open different tabs and fill in the blanks. It just depends on what I feel like doing that for a little bit. Yeah, bye, Kelly. Bye, Casey. Thanks for joining me today. I know this took me forever. So 30 minutes later, I have now scheduled to the first 2 weeks of January, which means I'll come back in a few weeks and do it again. Just maybe not live. But thanks for joining me today. That's a glimpse of my crazy schedule and how I organize it with my kids' lives around nap schedules. And this crazy schedule equals about 30 hours a month. And those 30 hours a month pretty much neck to neck with my VIP kid. And VIP kid, I work about 50 to 60 hours per month. So it is making pretty good money. I just have limited time because of my kids, but I've been watching it go neck to neck between Outschool payment, VIP kid payment, Outschool VIP kid, always wondering who's going to get ahead. And the last couple of months, it's only been off by $100. So that's pretty good. I've been able to cut back VIP kid and only do 4 to 6 classes a day, and Outschool about 3 to 5 classes per day. So it just it depends. But thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. Happy Sunday, everybody, and happy holidays. Bye, everyone.